Well, hey everybody, it is Tuesday evening. I am going to start this week by saying out loud to myself, so when I watch this back later, I will remember, stop telling people the next time you're going to record. Because I think I did that twice last week, and both times I was wrong. And that's not fair or unfair to you guys, but it just is really, really awkward when you go to edit and you realize, oh, I said I would record a little bit on Monday, and you know what, I didn't, and it just kind of ended there, and awkward. So anyway, how are you all this evening? May is here to greet you as well. What you are watching right now is Krista West with Avlia Folk Embroidery. She's actually doing a tutorial, which is kind of exciting, a finishing tutorial. And of course the sound isn't up, so you can't hear, but I will put a link below, because if this is something you're interested in, this is how to do a double drawn thread hem with lining, then it might be something you would like to learn how to do. Anyway, so I am watching her do this tutorial, which is fascinating, and I love her. If that's her ironing board cover, I love that pattern. But otherwise, I'm doing really well. Yeah, so this is Tuesday. Didn't record last night, and I didn't know if I was going to record tonight. It's been kind of a hectic week at work, been kind of exhausting, but I also had to take my car in, so I've been, actually just went in to pick it up, had to have some repairs done, so with everything else going on, just couldn't really squeeze in, or didn't have the mental space to record, and I know that's not what it's about. It's the idea of the vlog is to record when I have time, so I hope you guys are enjoying all this. So I thought I would show you what I have been up to these last few days. So Sunday, I was stitching with a few friends, and I finished my, I think it's Lovebirds or Snowbirds. Snowbirds, maybe. I think I've already put the pattern away, but this is another bendy stitchy that I did in a Leo and Roxy conversion. I, at the time of this recording, do not have this up on Instagram yet, simply because I haven't, again, got it finished, got it fully finished in a little hoop, just put a little bit of ribbon at the top there, but took all the pictures, but I just haven't posted it yet. I kind of felt like I was burdening Michelle a little bit, because I kept kept posting on social media every time I finished one, and I felt terrible because I realized she's still got to do her end of it, if Evertote wants any of these to put in their shop. So hold on a second, ma'am. Is this your daily? This is your daily telling the folks on YouTube hi? Are you gonna behave? Are you gonna behave? What? Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so now that you've seen her and all of her glory, she's still gonna be meowing down there. So you'll have to pardon all the cat meows. So anyways, I'm really, really happy with this. This was, again, a pretty quick stitch. Probably only took me a couple of days. And then just a hoop finish with felt on the back. So, and trim, so that's all I did with that one. It's really, really pretty. And I love, this is, one color. I think it's sugar plum. And you can just see all the variegation in the colors, and you can in this one too. It's a little bit harder to see, but see, that's a little more lilac, and that's a little more pink, and a little more light pink, baby pink. This one I think was strawberry tart, maybe. I've kind of put all these away, I think, already. So but I'll definitely have the colors posted when I post it on Instagram. And speaking of which, hello to everybody new. I'm so glad you're here. I know a few of you came over, subscribed or liked my videos or whatever because I think I had tagged you. So I appreciate the love, but also anybody new who's here, thank you for watching. So that's what I was working on all weekend. And like I said, I'll get that posted probably later on this week, hopefully in time for you guys to, you all to get to see that on social media. So the next one I'm working on is, this is January Basket, and these are my colors. And I have not gotten very far. The only reason why, again, I started this yesterday, but that's about as far as I got. Now this is a Witchelt, and I've never stitched with a Witchelt fabric before. And anybody out there who has, is it always this stiff? I didn't realize it was going to be this stiff. And this is, just so you know, this is like folded over. So this is just 1/4 of what is probably like a fat eighth. It's fine. Something to note about this pattern in particular, there are a lot of quarter stitches in this. And I don't know if it's something that she... I think this might actually be a reproduction. Does she have it on here? No. I think somewhere she has a photo, maybe on Patreon or something, of the original. So I think all of these quarter stitches are actually the reproduction element of it. But then there's some, I don't know what these are called, but I don't think they're smearing crosses. They're like the other way, but a lot of... basically longer stitches, and then these of course are just regular stitches here. So that's what I'm working on next. So like I said, all I've done so far has been this this little bit of the flower here, and then started working on, you know, part of the flower and then the greenery here. So and then the little bit of the edge so far, but that's pretty much been it. So that's what I've been working on. And then yesterday or today, which has been kind of interesting, I got 3 packages in the mail, so I thought I'd share them with you. This is really kind of funny because they all came the same day from the mail, and they're all needle minders. And it wasn't my intention. I think it just so happened that they all arrived at the same time, so it was really kind of funny. So I thought I would share them with you. So these are Fangirl Fibers, 2 of her Halloween needle minders, so Goofy and Eeyore. I thought the Halloween ones were really cute, and these are 2 of my favorite. Goofy has always been a favorite Disney character of mine, but Eeyore, as I've gotten older, I've appreciated Eeyore a lot more. So received those, and then hold on a second. Okay, and then the next one, I think it was stuck to the back of the other one. I don't know if it was the tape, or I don't think it was the magnet. But this is, if anybody is stitching the Dark Queen of the Earth, this is the Change needle minder from Autumn Lane Stitchery. Just trying to see if I could move it. Hold on a second. Here we go. Just say it's really hard to do one-handed. So that one I received as well, so that was exciting. And there's all their details on how pretty much everything is Autumn Lane Stitchery on social media. And they do have a YouTube channel. I don't think they've recorded anything in a while, but they are very entertaining when they do record. So I received that one. And then finally, Frosted Pumpkin, they had posted an email newsletter thing saying, hey, we're reopening. I think from time to time what they do, because a needle runs through it, does their needle minders for them. From time to time they re-release or release special edition ones, and I think this Frog Potion was one of them. And if you know me, I also like frogs a lot, so I had to get in on that one. And this one was actually one that I think I set an alarm on my phone because they had a very specific time they were going to releasing them, and their needle minders go fast. But then the other one was this one with a little blackbird or crow, which I thought was really sweet too. So I got that one as well. So those were all the needle minders I got, which was really, like I said, they all came the same day in the mail, and it was really kind of peculiar, but awesome at the same time. So that was exciting. So hold on just a second. I'm going to flip you around. I wanted to show you the other thing I got. So I went in this weekend for, to get my COVID, the Bivalent Booster. So the new one that has the actual Omicron variant in it. And these were at the store. And I will show you in a minute. I have about 3 pairs of readers. Well, you probably saw the one pair a minute ago. But I keep like readers. Keep in mind, I'm not young. I was born in the late 70s, but I'm only, I'm in my 40s. But I don't need readers. I wear contacts. I'm very, very, very nearsighted. Pretty much worn contacts since I was like in 5th grade, I think. But what's funny is I saw these, and so I, like a lot of you who probably cross stitch, wear readers just so you can see up close what you're stitching on, just better. But what is exciting about these is they have lights on them. And it's kind of interesting. So I think these are 2.5s. They're Foster and Grant, I think, brand, called Light Specs. And what's really kind of nice is, so the only thing I don't like about these is I have a very wide head. So usually, like when I order glasses frames, I usually try to find the wider frames. So the battery pack for each side is right here, but when you buy these, they actually come with another set of batteries. Now, I don't know how many batteries these take. I don't know if it's 2 for each side or if it's 1 for each side, so you have two more sets. But it did come with extra batteries, which is nice, and of course the case. But they are not the most flattering. But it was kind of funny. The only thing, sorry, I don't want to blind you. The only thing I noticed is where they are placed. Now, I understand, like the construction or manufacturing process. Probably this is the most efficient way of making these glasses like this. But if I had a suggestion for them, would be to actually put the bulb at the very top. Because most people, when you're reading, when you need readers to read, your eyes are never at center of a pair of, it would literally, my eyes would have to be up here. These are just not going to fit. But for like myself and probably a lot of people, these, because I wear these down on my nose, that means these point down. So if I'm holding something at eye level to see them, the light, instead of pointing here, is actually pointing, down here somewhere. So the problem is it's not actually lighting the thing that I need to see. So that's a little unfortunate, but it's like if I were in the dark, it would be great. But if I'm using this like with, let's say a weak light on and I just need extra light, these don't do as well as I'd hoped. But anyway, so yeah, feel free to comment below how many pairs of readers you've collected. So I have these now. And that's the other thing, is I buy them. I think the strongest you must be able to get are 3s. That's what these are. These are 3s, and I like these a lot. These fit my face well. They fit comfortably on my nose, and they're like those black ones. I feel like I have to wear them down here, because the other thing I also do is I use these to look at my stitching, but then I look up to use my regular vision to watch TV or read the pattern, up at a different, level of line of sight. So I like these because they actually take up a lot less space. And then, so I think the lighted frames, I think, are 250s. That's right. Yeah, 250. I don't know if you can see that or not. 250. These are 3s, the stripy ones. And then like these, and these I like also. The other part of it is I like something lightweight. I think these are 2s. Yeah, these are 2s. But again, lightweight, sits naturally low below my eye line. So these are 2s. So, and part of it is, I realize, you know, different magnifications for different stitch counts. And also, I've got another pair, I think, out in the living room that are probably 2.5s or 275s or something like that. So yeah, it's nice. I always try to find the highest magnification I can, but I don't always get that lucky with it. I mean, I just try to find what I can. So the highest I've ever found is like 3 or 3.25. And I think without a prescription, that's like as high of a magnification as you can buy, you know, like basically the equivalent of over the counter. So anyway, so I hope you all are doing well. May has now left. As you can tell, it's quiet again. So I appreciate you again for stopping by, and take care of yourself. Stay hydrated. It's a hot one out there again. I hope fall comes back again soon. We had some really nice, cool temperature days, so I'll be glad when that weather comes back. But otherwise, take care of yourselves, and I will see you when I see you. I'm not going to promise anything. I'm going to try to remember not to promise anything anymore. So, take care. Talk to you soon. Bye. Well, hey everybody. This is Jennifer, and it happens to be midday on Wednesday the 21st. And if you ever wonder if I watch anything other than crafty channels on FlossTube, yes I do. I wanted to direct you to the National Park Service's channel. I'll link it below. But they're doing these very educational short films, short videos about different scientific methods used within the parks for research. And this one in particular happens to do with radiocarbon dating. And it's really interesting because the gentleman you just saw on the left is part of the Park Service. The young lady on the right is actually a university student who one of her areas of study is filmmaking, particularly when it comes to scientific research. So they're doing kind of a cooperative effort, you know, in putting these videos together. So this is actually, they were just discussing it, this is a fairly new place in the park system that's out in Vegas, and they're talking about the radiocarbon dating of fossil beds. And so of course, this young lady is actually with the Park Service. These are some of the animals that used to live around the Nevada area towards, I think she said, basically the Pleistocene, which is what we know as the last ice age. So it's really quite fascinating. But this is one of the benefits that I have of getting to work from home a couple of days a week, is I will actually take my lunch break. And if I don't have to work, you know, if I don't have things to do work related, or feel like I need to get other things done during my lunch break, you know, run errands or something like that, I might actually spend my time back here and educate myself, but then also work on some crafty projects. So I thought I would show you. This morning I actually woke up fairly early, earlier than usual, and I actually got a bit more of this border done, which is the green you see. And then here during lunch, there, that's better. I did a little bit more of the flower, the leaves here, and then started in on the the basket portion here. So that's what I'm working on now. It's going really well. I'm really loving the colors. And I realized that the digital version of the pattern that I have is slightly different from the paper version, because I believe Michelle released this as a Patreon, a freebie chart, and so some of the design elements have changed a bit. So I'm having to be careful in going back to look at the paper pattern, so that way I can make sure I duplicate the paper pattern as opposed to do the Patreon version. So anyway, it's going really, really well. And this color, like a lot of variegated or over-dyed flosses, this is one color. This one right here. And as you can see, there's very much a distinct, you know, goes from a very buttery, you know, pale buttery yellow to a very, very pale, you know, eggshell color. And I believe this is called Mushroom. Yep, Mushroom. So that's the one that I'm using. So these are, it's only 4 colors. This will be a really, it won't be a really quick stitch, but because there are a lot of over one, and then not over one, a lot of fractional stitches, but then also there are things about the digital pattern I've got in Pattern Keeper. And of course, if any of you work with Pattern Keeper, you know the not all of the stitches pick up. So for instance, there is a very decorative stitch here in the center of the basket. I believe also around the edges of the basket that it does not pick up. And then the fractionals, like I said, I have to kind of double check back and forth, because for the most part it picks them up, but it picks them up as one stitch. You know, there might be 2 or 3 fractionals within it, what would be an over 2, you know, a 2x2 square. So I'm having to kind of make sure I count correctly and that I get them done. But yes, it's going really, really well. So I thought I would just check in, let you know how things are rolling along with this. This one's definitely a little slower, although being a smaller stitch, you know, small, it's definitely, definitely takes a bit more to get done. So, yeah, I bet it's going really, really well, and I'm really, really liking it. So we'll see how we move along, and I will show you progress again later. I hope you all are doing well. Talk to you soon. Bye. Well, hey y'all, it is Friday evening. Happy weekend, everybody. Yay. I'm just coming on for a little bit. I am not doing a whole lot of stitching yet tonight. I am actually participating in the Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit, but as you can see, I'm at home. So that means I'm doing the Zoom version. So I'm trying to wrap some things up before that starts here in about 2 hours, a little less than 2 hours. So I thought I'd open the mail that I got, which was kind of exciting. I had some mail. So the first thing I got was my Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers Fabric of the Month. So this is, as always, your warning to look away if you've not received it yet. But this, I guess, would be the September fabric. So let me move this out of the way so you can see a little bit better. Ooh, that's pretty, called Sunset Lantana. And I get the 32 count linen. Really, really, really pretty. See all the pinks and yellows, and that'll be a good fall color, or yeah, good sunset color. If you had a sunset kind of theme to a pattern, you could do that as well. It'd be really nice. Very, very, very pretty. I'm not going to take it out because I'm going to just set it over here out of the way, not spend a whole lot of time with it. But I do have some ideas running through my head, and I do, without taking it out, I don't know if you guys can actually see, that is actually a line on the fabric. So that is very, very, very cool. So when I take it out, if I think about it, when I take it out of the sleeve here later on, maybe in a week or two, maybe I'll find something to use it for. I'll make sure and pull it out in all of its glory. But for right now, that is it. So I hope you guys, if you have yours, are enjoying yours as well. And then the other thing I got, which was kind of interesting, just because I am watching Jessie on Twitch ahead of my Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit. Jessie is actually, I guess, like team captain, you might say, for, if you're familiar with Stiach. I did a couple of Stiach-alongs. I want to say, I guess, I'm going to say 19 and 20. Last year they didn't do one. I think the pandemic just kind of got to all of us, honestly. But 20, it was during the pandemic, or the pandemic had just started, so it was a Stiach alone, but we were all together. But I was part of a different group and a different team. And so my group of people was really small. It might have been, I don't know, 5 or 6 people. And I don't know where they are now. I hope they are all doing well. But kind of in a panic, I had joined another team when Stiach and M had announced that they were going to do another Stiach along this year. And so I joined a group called, I want to say they were called like the Sunshine Stitchers or something like that. But one of the members is somebody that I'm kind of not friends with, but kind of got to know over social media, over Facebook in particular. So I immediately jumped at the opportunity because they were taking new members. Well, what I didn't know was that Jessie of Mislaid Pages and a few others had a team. I didn't know them back then. And so when Jessie announced that they were putting their team back together, I was like, oh shoot. So I immediately went to the other group and said, I'm so sorry, but I'm going to bow out now. I'm a complete idiot. But, I've got another group of people that actually have got a group, have a team, and I just, in my panic of trying to find one, jumped at the first one that would have me, not knowing that there would be one waiting for me. So anyway, I'm very happy. Jessie's team is called Sips and Stitches. So so I joined their team. Well, I say all that to say that tonight, which today is Friday, September the 23rd, this evening, in addition to the Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit starting, M is going to go on and do the pre-Stiach event, kind of like I don't know quite how to explain it. It's the equivalent of the pre-games at the Olympics, like all the fanfare and the welcome back, and this is what we're going to do, and get excited and get your teams together, and these are the plans, but without giving anything away, because part of Stiach is that you basically stitch a mystery pattern together, which I have yet to actually finish one, if I'm totally honest. But because I am with a group of people, I think this year that we'll all be able to provide a lot of encouragement and accountability to one another a little bit. I think this will be a much more fun year than in past, because I will be with a group of people that I actually know and like and love to stitch with. So anyway, all that to say, Jessie's on Twitter this evening, or Twitch this evening, basically in advance of the Stiach pre-game countdown event tonight. Well, since I'm actually going to be participating in the Pacific North Stitch Summit at the same time, I think they're going to overlap. So I will see how that all works out. Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit starts at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, which is 7:30 my time. And M is starting the festivities at 9 o'clock Eastern, which is 8 o'clock my time. So I think there's going to be some overlap there, needless to say. And May says hello, as usual. Yes, hello to all your adoring fans. Okay, so anyways, so that was just a long, rambly thing to say. Basically, my night is full. If I do any stitching tonight, it will be based on whatever they might have planned at the summit. And then I will probably just have to watch the Stiach announcement type stuff on my own time later. Usually theirs doesn't last very long. So I don't know. Usually they're no more than like 30 minutes. They just basically try to run down what Stiach is, what the plans are, what the important deadlines and dates are, where to go to do all the things, and then kind of call it a night. And then from there, just the chaos ensues until it's over. So, all right. So you're probably wondering what this package is. This is, surprisingly enough, I think I said many minutes earlier, that this is my order from Mislaid Pages, which is also Jessie. So I thought I would show you what I ordered. I think all of this order is the X Stitch the Rainbow Autumn Garden collaborative stuff, patterns and charts and goodies associated with that I ordered. So anyways, and I just wanted to do this because many of us who order cross-stitch stuff from small stores like Jessie's, we really, I think you all can agree, appreciate the care and attention and extras and details that are put into packaging. So I kind of wanted to give you an idea of just how great of a shop Jessie is. So I'm trying to make sure I don't have anything in here that might have any identifying information on it. So that was just my receipt. I actually might put it over here because I'm in my old age, I kind of forget what I ordered. So yeah, so I ordered 3 patterns from the X Stitch the Rainbow, the Autumn Garden series, the floss that goes with it, the Cottage Garden threads, and then a project bag that Wild Violet Studio made to go along with it, and then another expo release. So let's start with the bag since it's right here. These are so cute. So Wild Violet had 2 patterns, and I've already purchased a couple of other ones. I purchased the one with the 3 3 skeletons on it, and then I've also purchased the one that is the I'm a huge fan of space, and it's got like outer space on it. So this is my 3rd one. So I know that they are very good quality, very durable. They're if I had to compare them to anything, they are like thick canvas. Like if you are familiar with men's work shorts, kind of, or something like that. So they're not the typical like quilted cloth. They're printed on. So as you can see, the inside is just a dark. It's probably some kind of lining fabric, you know, real thin lining flat fabric. But they're a heavy like canvas bag, and I absolutely love them. And they are like the perfect size. Like you can see, this is what I think my patterns are in. And most of the patterns I ordered are small. So I think I'm actually going to put my X Stitch the Rainbow stuff in here. But you can see, even if this holds my larger pattern, it would probably fit in here as well, or be really close. So it is a really good size project bag definitely for smalls, definitely for sure for mediums. Do I have? So this is like a 5-inch hoop. 5-inch would easily fit in here. I know I've got some larger ones. I'm going to guess probably at least up to an 8-inch hoop, probably pretty easily would fit in there. Along with, of course, all your notions and threads and that kind of stuff. So, okay, so I'm going to leave that there. It'll be kind of a nice backdrop. Let me open this. Hopefully this doesn't get too loud. I hate pulling these They kind of sound like zippers a little bit. Get this open. So here are the smaller patterns I ordered. So this is Top Knot Stitchers have the best autumn available to you. This is my friend Christy, Pixel Pixie. I'm actually able to read it, so I'm actually able to say it right. Her Mum's the Word patterns, and of course these go with the Cottage Garden thread patterns. I also got Hello from Leslie Matthews, the Cozy, which I think is really, really cute. I love this frayed edge on hers. I hope, maybe, fingers crossed, that I will have there's instructions maybe on how to do that, because I really, really, really like that a lot. So those are the 3 patterns I ordered. And then this one is the Depresso, the feeling you get when you run out of coffee. This is an RATM pattern. You may not be able to read that. It's barely kind of legible. I mean, it's just brown over brown and red, and so it's kind of hard to read. But these were the other ones that were in the collection, but this is the one I liked a lot. So I also got that one. And then, if I can do this, there were a couple of freebies that Jessie sent. We'll show this one. This is Wild Violet. So maybe because I ordered the bag, this was a gift to anyone who ordered one of their bags or other accessories or other patterns. And then the Blue Flower usually always has a freebie also that uses, I don't know if you can see this or not, it uses the Cottage Garden threads as well. So looks like the Wild Violet one uses DMC. But yeah, so very, very nice. I got a couple of extra freebie patterns. That's always fun. And that's always the nice thing about Market and Expo, is there's always a chance that there are designers out there that do that provide freebies to people who, you know, support the small businesses, the small, especially like Jessie's is truly just an online needlework shop. So when you support them, then the designers provide freebies for them to give to people. So, sorry for all the crinkle. I wanted to get the rest of this out. So this was the little thank you package that Jessie put together. And I know in here is my threads. Yay. So try to do that without all the glare. So there are the colors. So pretty, so pretty. I'm not going to take them out, but like I said, basically all of this is going in this bag as soon as I get off of here. And then she always sends little thank yous, which is awesome. She does the coffee candies, the hard candies, which I absolutely love these. And I will tell you guys a story. We, I think, had gone, I think we were in Sequoia National Park, and we were walking with a group of people, and there was a gentleman, and I believe his daughter, that had kind of sat down at a bench, and he kind of just expressed that he was, you know, tired or whatever. Well, his daughter happened to mention that he was diabetic, and she was worried about his blood sugar. And not these from Jessie, but this brand, this little hard candy. I actually had some of these in my bag, in my purse. And so I actually gave him a couple of these, and he was so, so, so grateful. Because the only other thing I think I had was like Halls, like throat lozenges. And I knew they probably had sugar in them, but I felt terrible because they were like medicated, you know, and all he needed was the sugar. And I understood that. But I did have some of these, and I was like, but do you like coffee? And he's like, oh, yeah. And I said, okay, well, these are good. You know, you'll like these. So anyways, it was just kind of funny. That's what I'll always remember about those candies now, is giving that gentleman some coffee candy so his blood sugar didn't get too low while he's trying to get back to the car at the national park. But of course, here's Jessie's business card. So there's her information if you want to find her online, shop at their store. You can do that. And then I got a little, what I believe is a needle minder, the way it's packaged and everything. If it is, I should be able to, yay, do that even through the plastic. So that's a good strong magnet. So that's exciting. So now I have a needle minder to go in with all my goodies in my bag. So that is everything, y'all. I hope you appreciated opening some of my mail with me. I was looking forward to this one. I knew it came in the mail, and I was doing kind of the waggle butt dance like a dog would do when they're happy, you know, that their owner's home or they're about to get a treat. So I was definitely doing the waggle dance. And I'm looking forward to the summit. This one's going pretty long. I tried to record some longer ones this week to make up for my short one last week, but also because I didn't know how much attention I was going to have, or time I was going to have this weekend with the summit and everything else going on. I thought I might be able to have some time to do some things, but I don't know. I won't know until this evening, until we start to know whether or not social media is allowed during the summit or not, as opposed to, you know, of course, after it's over and showing off, you know, all of your things. Like, for instance, we've received our packages with all of our, like, charts and stuff that's part of the event, but I haven't opened it because we were told not to. So I don't even know what to expect, you know, for the next few days. So if I have time, even, you know, in the morning, since there's a 2-hour time difference, I'll probably be up, you know, early enough to maybe record ahead of time. So if I get to stitching on some stuff, I might show you what else I've been working on. I'm pretty sure we're not allowed, or we wouldn't be allowed to show summit related stuff probably till it's over, but maybe I can just talk to you about what it's like for any of you who have never done it, and maybe even for those of you who had thought about signing up for the online version because you knew either you wouldn't be able to travel, or you knew, just the expense of traveling and the hotel and the, you know, vehicle arrangement, you know, those kinds of things were just going to be too much. Airplane, you know, airfare, or however you thought you might get there might just be too much for you. This might be, if I have time, I can at least walk you through what this has been like, just from a person taking part but not there. Because as much as I would love to be in Oregon right now, it wasn't something that I had planned to do, but I thought the online option might be fun. So, all right, all that to say, I hope you all are doing well, and I hope, since autumn has officially started now, I hope autumn is well where you are. I hope you have some beautiful weather. We're still in the 90s. We had some cooler mornings about a week ago, like it was thinking about it, but we're still kind of warm and very, very, very humid. So I'm keeping cool. AC still running. So we'll just hang in there. I think we got some cooler days ahead. So you all take care of yourselves, and I will try to jump back on here before the end of the week. But if not, I will see you in the future. Bye for now.